All right, happy Sunday. Here we are again. Let's work our bodies and clean our minds as we get started today. Let's take our arms down by our side. Inhale, full sweep. Inhale, lifting up and exhaling, opening. And do that again. Reach, inhale up and exhale, opening. We'll take my favorite side bend up and over to the side, reaching through that arm nice and long. Excellent. And then contracting on that diagonal, feeling that scoop. Coming back to our side, bend, inhale, and exhale, bringing yourself back up. Let's try the other side, lifting up and over, arcing, feeling that length through the waistline. Good, and contract, exhale, scoop up and over. Wonderful stretch through the diagonals of the back. Come back to our sideways bend, inhale. And exhale, opening. Let's take a little spiral here. So keeping your pelvis where it is, spiral the upper body, rotate. And then just place your hands maybe against one thigh, maybe behind you on the floor. And take your eyes as far to the side as you can. Lift those abdominals up and in. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Just working that twist and breathe. Good, exhale. Inhale, release your hands, unwind, and we'll do the other side, spiraling to the other side as much as you can, and then maybe gaining some assistance with the hands. Spiral, taking the focus as far to the side as you can. Feeling that corkscrew spiral through the spine. One more deep breath in, exhale, and inhale to release and recover. Let's come over to the side with our legs and do our spine dance. Holding onto your shins here, contract and scoop, feeling those abdominals pulling away, rounding through the spine, feeling wide across the upper back. And then folding forward, rocking back over those sit bones, slide the shoulders down, lift your heart, open the chest, taking that bit of extension. And again, coming back through center, contract, scoop it out. That's it. Deep stretch, holding on to those shins. Or thighs behind. Come back, forward again, slide the shoulders in again, open those collarbones, open the chest, getting out of our sitting posture, coming back to vertical, release the arms, and take your time here, slowly rolling down through your spine, one vertebrae at a time, scooping out the belly, feel the abdominal support, roll yourself down, and then fold those knees into your chest. We'll take our stretches here. As you're pulling your thighs into your chest, feel that length through the low back, reaching down long with the tailbone down to the floor, easy through the neck and shoulders. We'll take our hands down on top of the knees and go into our stirs, stirring the thigh bones around in the hip sockets, massaging that low back. A few circles one direction, and then a few circles the other way. Just melting across the low back. Easy does it through the hips. Good. And then we'll open those arms again, surrendering palms up to the ceiling. Take our spiral twist here, knees to the left and head to the right. Indulge in that stretch there. Breathe, release your shoulders there. Today, if you'd like a little extra hamstring stretch, which I think you might, extend that top leg, maybe grab a hold of it with your opposite hand there and give yourself a little stretch across the body. That's it. And then bend those knees together again, scoop the abdominals to gather the pelvis back to center, the legs will follow, and go the other direction. Knees over to the right, head over to the left. Again, settling into that stretch, breathing into the low back. And once again, perhaps extending that top leg, grab a hold, give yourself a little extra stretch to the outer hip and hamstrings. Good, and again, bending the knees back together, exhale, scoop and gather, bringing yourself back to center. We'll extend the left leg on the floor, fold the right knee into your chest. Again, think about feeling evenly long to both sides of the waistline so you're not contracting and side bending. Good, from here, hold on to that right shin with your right hand and turn out that thigh, open it out to the side, trying to keep your left hip from rolling over. So keeping that left side of the pelvis on the floor, opening that right thigh, maybe getting some inner thigh stretch. You could stay here with the leg bent, Or again, perhaps extend that lever, extend the leg straighter to feel more inner thigh stretch. Either way. When you're ready, exhale, pull your abs in, bring that leg up and across. It's again, extend, take it across the body, maybe into a deeper twist here. So I've got my left hand on the outside of that right knee and taking another twist, deeper stretch into that low back. Good. Gather those abdominals, bring your pelvis back to center. Now extending the leg in parallel for the hamstrings. Again, holding either behind the thigh, maybe higher up toward the calf, maybe just hanging onto your pant legs, no worries. Finding that stretch, maybe your first hamstring stretch of the day. Sending those exhales down to the back of the thigh, encouraging that length to let go, release. Let's bend and fold, flex and bend. Take a breath in, and then exhale, lengthen through that flex foot, reach, feel the calf stretch. And then point the foot, maybe gaining a few millimeters there. Try that again, bend and flex, folding it in, inhale. And exhale, reaching through the heel, excellent. And then pointing through the foot, maybe getting a little closer into your stretch. Good. Let's soften the leg, release it down just a little bit so the thigh isn't gripping. You can have your hands on the floor. We'll do our circles here. Inhale across the midline and exhale, circle swing, 1. And again, over and swing 2. And a 3, freeing up that leg in the hip socket. And again, 4. Keeping that pelvis as steady as you can. Let's reverse. Inhale, open, and circle 1. Perhaps challenge yourself. Place your hands palms up so you're not doing your death grip into the floor. That's it. Inhale and exhale. 3. And one more time. 4. Good. Reach that leg long and send it all the way down to the floor where it will just rest nice and heavy. Folding the left knee into the chest. We'll do this sequence on the other side. So again, keeping that right pelvic half steady on the floor. Let's turn out the left thigh. We're holding it on with the left hand there, opening out to the side. Inner thigh stretch. And same thing, either staying here with the shortened lever or extend the leg straighter to lengthen the lever, more stretch. And whichever way you find, bring your abdominals back in, bring that thigh across. We'll take it now bent with the opposite hand on the outside and spiral twist over. Nice opening across the chest as well. Bring your pelvis back to center and we'll go in for our hamstring stretches here. Again, start with that long waistline on both sides, then stretch the leg up. And again, do what you got to do. Hold on to your pants if you have to. Breathing into the back of that thigh. Encouraging that length, opposite leg reaching in opposition on the floor. Try to open up through the hip flexors here. Let's bend and flex, fold it in. Nice inhale there and exhale, extend, reach it back up. And then point through the foot, maybe getting a little bit closer. Try that again, bend and fold, flex, easy does it. Try to keep that femur bone right where it is. Just extend from the lower leg, reach. Woo! Wakes up that stretch. And point, maybe getting a little bit more range. All right, we'll soften that leg, lower it down just a little bit. Again, hands beside you, either palms down or try palms up. Try not to press so much with the arms. We inhale, go across the midline, and exhale, circle swing. Feeling your transverses, that abdominal seatbelt of strength. Inhale. Exhale, circle. 2 more this way. Inhale and exhale around. Relax your chest. Inhale and exhale, circle. Let's reverse. Inhale, open and circle swing. 1. Good. And open and exhale down, around and up. 2. Again, inhale and exhale. Swing. 3. Last time. And around 4. Reach laser beam light through that leg. Send it all the way down to the floor. And release. Just wag those legs in and out. Let your legs rest. Then we'll address our abdominals again. So we're just gonna leave the legs on the floor, keeping that sense of length through the fronts of the hips. Finding that point where our ribs meet underneath the sternum, that xiphoid process, that's our pivot point. We're gonna inhale, prepare, exhale, reach to the fingertips, nod and fold right under the sternum. Peekaboo at those toes, feeling your zipper is zipped through your tight jeans there. Inhale there, and exhale, roll yourself back down. So just warming up that flexion of the torso. Again, inhale and exhale. Abdominals engage, curl yourself up and reach. Long space from ear to shoulder, reaching toward those feet. Inhale and exhale, lower back down. Now here's our challenge. Inhale, exhale, find that same chest fold, curl up. Now keep your upper body where it is, looking across the room. Arms float up, 2, 3, 4, bring them back down, 2, 3, 4, and release, relax back down. We'll try that a few more times. Exhale, contract, reach, and keep the chest fold, reach up, 2, challenging that flexion, bring it back down, 2, 3, 4, and lower back down. Now you can continue like this, or try with me, bringing the legs up. So we can try with the legs extended. Either way, exhale, contract, reach up. Keep that deep scoop. Arms float up, 2, 3, keeping that waistline snug. Reach down, 2, 3. Good, and bend your knees, relax your head. We'll do it one more time. Exhale, perhaps taking the legs a little further away from center. And we fold up, 2, 3. Quiver, quiver, reach it down, 2, 3, 4, and release back down. Very, very good. We'll do another one of our abdominal exercises here, our crisscross. One of my favorites because it works every single abdominal fiber that you possess. Hands go behind the head, wide across the chest, and elbows open. Find that chest fold, curl yourself up. Knees are in your chest here, and we extend one leg out, and we rotate around that sternum to twist. Look past that back elbow. Nice and slow, we exchange. Change other leg, twist the other way. And again, rotate, keeping that torso steady on the mat, but rotating from the upper body. We breathe. Inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Again, inhale and inhale. Blow out the air. Exhale. Exhale. Again, in and in. Rotate. Deepen that twist. And deepen that twist. One more set. In and in and relax back down. I told you that works every single abdominal fiber. Bring your legs back down, feet on the floor. Surrender those palms up at your side. Just take a little sway of the knees, maybe getting some of that release through the obliques you just worked. Maybe just, again, one more time each way, just gentle sway. Let that pelvis rock. And then bringing it back to your neutral position, pelvis level with the ceiling and the floor here. We're going to take our bridge here. So feeling those feet in parallel, thighs straight up and down. Exhale, imprint that low spine into the floor, curling the tailbone off the floor. Continue to peel the vertebra one by one, reaching up, knees forward energy up and over the feet. Make sure the thighs don't splay open. Keep that parallel track. Inhale there. And again, exhale. Relax your throat. Hollow through the core. Scoop it back down. Rolling right back down from whence you came. Back down to your neutral position. Try that again. Inhale and exhale. Imprint. And scoop. Lift it up. Feel the backs of the legs engage. Working your glutes and your hamstrings, opening and stretching long through the fronts of the thighs. Breathe in at the top. And again, exhaling, melting back down. Rolling through, good. Try this again, and roll it up. And then we're gonna pause at the top. So keep the pelvis lifted, just as we did earlier. Rotate palms down. And then send energy through the fingertips, wide across your shoulder blades. That's where you're balancing. Float the arms up, 2, 3, 4. Reach the arms down, but keep the hips up. 3, 4. Again, float up 2, 3, 4. Reach it down. Easy. Back of the neck is long. No pressure there. One more time. Reach up. 2, 3, 4. But then turn palm to palm. Open your arms out to the side. Still suspended with the pelvis. 3 snow angels. Reach down with the arms and out and up. And again, pelvis is still lifted. Lowering down with the hands and snow angel up. One more time. I promise we'll stretch. Lower and lift. Bring the arms all the way up, back down to the floor. Inhale. Now we get to roll back down. Little bun burner there. Ooh, release. Fold your knees into your chest. Good. And again, maybe stretch those legs. Give yourself a little bit more hamstring release there. Nice. And then recover. Let's extend both legs long on the floor. Or if you need to, bend your knees, feet on the mat. We're going to go into our roll up from here. So again, either knees bent or legs long. Take those arms again, as we've been practicing. Take them overhead without letting your ribs fly open. We inhale, the arms come up. We nod at the head, folding. There's your chest fold. Continue to peel yourself up and find that boomerang shape, hovering up and over the legs, stretching wide across the upper back. Feel the low spine as well. And then exhale, scoop, magnetizing your low abdominals through your back toward the mat. Pulling it out. Trying to release those quadriceps as best you can. Try this again. Inhale and exhale. One smooth action. If you need to use your hands on your legs to help yourself, there's no shame in that. Take your scoop, working to gain that control. Inhale and exhale. Remembering that Joseph Pilates didn't call his work Pilates, he called it contrology, the study of control. Let's try again. Inhale the arms and exhale, nod and scoop, control. Yes, good, we're getting better. And take that stretch up and over. Inhale and exhale, deflate, roll it back. Shoulders drip away from those earlobes. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Take your time, slow it up. There you go. And at the top, this is where we open our sitting bones apart a little bit and take your forward fold over the legs. Deeper stretch for the hamstrings and low back. Good. We're going to mix up the order a little bit today. Go ahead and roll yourself up to sit tall. And we're going to open our legs shoulder distance apart and go into our spine stretch forward sequence. So again, if you can, flex those feet, pull those toes back. If you need to bend your knees to have a more vertical pelvis, that is okay as well. We inhale tall. Exhale, fold at that waistline once again and curve forward. Exhaling out all your air. Feel like you're breathing through your gills and those floating ribs in the back. Inhale, inflate, roll yourself back up. And then we'll add our extension. Elbows bend into that goalpost position, shoulders down the back. Pull those elbows together. Open the chest, look up. Feel that stretch across the sternum, across the chest. Try that again. Extend the arms into your zombie pose. Exhale, deflate. Folding over that imaginary bar at your waistline. Folding over. Inhale, stack it back up. Feeling that length, that space in the low spine. Exhale, elbows bend. Inhale, lift and extend. Good. Come back to center. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, tall. Exhale, folding over. When you can't exhale anymore, inhale, inflate. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lift. Good. And extend. Come back into your saw position, arms wide out to the sides, keeping those sitting bones placed. We rotate from the waistline. Inhale and exhale, fold and lengthen. Reach on that diagonal. Make sure your other hip hasn't lifted up off the floor. Keep it anchored. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Feel that length through the spine and unwind. Other side. Inhale, spiral twist. And exhale, fold and lengthen, reach. And again, inhale, pulling back up to center. Exhale, no tension in the neck. Again, each way. Inhale And exhale, feel that reach, that energy through both hands, reaching in opposition. Feel that shoulder stretch, deepening the outer shoulder. Inhale, bring yourself up. And exhale, unwind. One more time, spiral, inhale. And exhale, fold and lengthen. Really reach, 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 reach. And again, inhale, pulling it back up. And exhale to unwind. Very good. Let's roll over onto your belly now. And we're going to start with our little pillow for your forehead. So just fold one hand on top of the other to rest your forehead down. From here, we're going to lift one leg at a time. So feeling long space in the fronts of the hips, extending one leg and hovering it up, really reaching long. Keep the knees straight as best you can, and then float it back down. Other side, lengthen and reach. Waking up again, the back side of the body, stretching the front of the hip, and then lowering it down. Try that again. Reaching long. Keep the abdominals with you, zipped up just a bit to support the low back. And lower it back down. Other side, reach and float. Good, and then lower it back down. Now then, if you can, extend your arms out in front of you. Your head is just floating off the floor a little bit. So we're doing a tiny bit of extension with the spine. We're going to reach opposite arm and leg. So first, send that reach through opposite limbs, and then float it up. Try not to rock to the side. And then lower it back down other way. Extend energy out, and then float it up. Keep those abdominals with you so you don't feel your low back grabbing. Try this again. Reach out and float up. Inhale and exhale, release. Other side. Reach long. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale to release down. Good. Wag your tail a little bit. Relax your hips. Circle those arms around. Bring your hands by your shoulders. We'll go into our swan. So again, eyes following that imaginary arc halfway. Climbing up the wall, press down into the hands, slide your armpits down so you feel that length of that swan neck as you emerge. Inhale and exhale, slowly roll back down. And we'll do that again. And reach. And open. Feel wide across those collarbones. Lift that low belly to support the low back. Inhale. And exhale, rolling it back down. This time we'll stay for a little neck stretch. So again, glide and slide. Imagine water rolling down your back. Feeling all those important connections with your core. Stay here. Bring your chin towards your chest just to feel stretched to the back of the neck. And then slow little quarter circle, ear to shoulder. Stay and stretch there. Still feeling the strength of the armpits. Lats pulling the shoulders down. Let's go back down, chin to chest. And then other side, ear to shoulder. Lengthening those scalene muscles in the front of the throat, side of the neck. And again, back down, chin to chest. Inhale, look forward again in all your swan glory. Inhale and exhale, slowly roll your spine back down. And recover. Good. Let's push back onto hands and knees. And take a little bit of your cat-cow here, rounding through the spine. Enjoy that stretch to the low back. And then arcing through, opening up your chest once again. Try that again. Hollow and curl, high, high, high. Lift with the belly button up to the ceiling. And reaching back out, sliding the shoulders away from the ears, opening the throat, opening the face, looking forward. And coming back to center. Now finding that lift of the heart up away from the floor, wide across the upper back, shoulders right over your hands. Abs are lifted as well. Just as we did on our belly, extend opposite fingers and toes, slide slowly along the floor. Imagine you're balancing something fragile on your back. And then float just an inch or so. Doesn't have to go very high. I don't want your back to change. I want you to keep that length through the long spine. Bring it back down to the floor. And underneath you, try to transition other side. Carefully balancing something on your back. And again, float and lift. Good. Bring it back down to the floor and back underneath you. Now we're going to add our challenge, or stick with that if that was hard enough. Glide and slide, opposite fingers and toes. Abs are strong. Float the arm and leg up. If you want challenge, try to airplane, arm and leg out to the side. And then gather back to center. And then back underneath you, energy out through the head and tail. Other side, glide and slide. Perhaps float a little bit up. And then try to airplane out to the side. And back, long. Woo, that's challenging. And back down to the floor. Take that high cat back one more time. And slowly sit back down towards your heels. Stretch out that low back. Maybe open your knees a little bit wider if that's more comfortable for you to create more space for your chest. To slide through, reach to the floor. Reach those arms out in front of you. And take a few deep breaths here. Good, and then scoop those abdominals and walk yourself back up. And it's time for our side leg series. So go ahead and find your long position. Let's go into our banana shape. So legs are slightly angled toward the front corner of that mat. You can lie long on this arm or prop your head up, but just make sure this top shoulder isn't cutting off your air supply. So keep that shoulder gliding down. Abs are strong, hips and shoulders stacked. Okay, let's take our top leg. We're gonna lift it up and do our pendulum. So make sure there's space in front and behind you here. So you're gonna flex the foot, fold in the front of the hip and bring that leg forward. Let's add a little double pulse. Point the foot and reach it back without letting your rib cage go forward. Reach it back and try to pulse there. Okay, so you may need this front hand for balance and support. Let's continue. We go inhale, forward. Inhale, press it back. Exhale, exhale. Your range might be small at first, that's okay. Working again toward that control from your center. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Really trying to keep this leg right along that horizontal plane. So be careful that the foot doesn't get higher than the hip or lower than the hip. That's it. And again, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Relax that back down. Very good. Bend both knees. And we're going to try for our wave today. So again, hips and shoulders stacked. Sometimes I place my hand against my sacrum just to make sure I'm not rocking and rolling back and forth, just as a reminder. So from here, we're going to open the thigh. So I'm just spiraling open like a clamshell. Then I'm going to lift my foot, so I'm a little bigger. Now I'm going to rotate inward. My knee closes down, and then my foot comes back down. So in theory, it's like a wave. The knee lifts, the foot lifts, comes up and over the top of the wave, and comes down onto the beach. Knee, and then foot, yeah? So we go knee lift, foot lift, inwardly rotate, knee closes, and foot closes, working all these great muscle groups around the hip. Lift and lift, turn it in, lower and lower. Don't forget about your abdominals, they're with you too, so keep that support. That's it, exhale, and down a few more sets. We lift the knee, turn it out, lift higher, inwardly rotate knee, and foot one more time, and lift, good, and lower, and lower. Good job. Just relax those legs, still keeping them stacked. We're going to do our big circles here today. So again, making sure you have a little bit of space around you. Bring your hands to stack. Let your head rest on the floor. And I'm just going to take that top arm forward and then tracing a circle along the floor. We reach around. Let the upper body follow. Let your eyes look toward that hand as you reach and circle. Come up and over the top of the hip and return back where you began. And again, a big circle, reaching out. This is a wonderful stretch, opening up through the shoulder girdle, through the upper back, through the mid back, through the low back, stretching the hip as well. It's all good. And come back to center. Let's reverse it now. Rotating palm up so your thumb is leading the way. And again, up and over the hip. You might not be able to see it there. Take that big reach on the diagonal, opening up through the rib cage. Good, one more time, circle, and legs are easy, circling all the way around. Very good, all right, let's move over to the other side. Flip yourself over, Find your banana position there. Again, either lying long or prop your head up. Finding that stacked pelvis and stacked shoulder. Again, the top arm might be handy as your kickstand. And we take the top leg, so my foot, knee, and hip are on the same plane. Flex that foot and then fold in the crease of the hip. We reach forward. Inhale. Inhale. Press it back. Exhale. Exhale. Keep the control. Forward. Inhale. Inhale. Pulse it back. Point. Exhale. Back of the leg work. Stretches the front of the hip. Fold, stretching the hamstrings. And back. Working work. Protagonist and antagonist muscles. Again, forward. And forward. Reach back. Exhale. Exhale. Couple more times. Easy shoulder. Breathe. Reach back. Reach back. Nice work. Again, forward, forward, and back, and back. Good. Bend those knees. Relax there. Again, maybe place your hand against your sacrum. Keep that pelvis in place. We're going for our wave. The top thigh opens. And foot lifts. Inwardly rotate. Knee closes. And foot closes. Keep going. And open. And open. Take a big breath in. Exhale. As you lower back down. Keep it smooth and seamless. Again, our theme today, working that control of the body. That's it. And again, lift and lift and closing down and down. A few more times. Might feel this a little bit more on this side. These muscles have already gotten some work. That's it. Again, one more. Lift and lift and lower and lower. Good job. So give yourself your space. Stack your hips and shoulders. Find your little book position here. Sliding that top arm as far forward as you can and then tracing your fingers along the floor. Let your head roll. Open that big shoulder stretch. Up and over the top. Coming back down. Try that again. Reach. And if there's any place that you just want to stay and stretch, by all means, you can do that. Ooh, I feel that. Ooh, opening the pectorals even. Let's reverse it when you're ready. Turning out, palm up, thumb leads the way. Again, letting your head roll on the floor, following your hand with your eyes. Bringing it all the way around one more time. Spiral reach. Big circle. Good work. Nice. Let's roll over onto your back. And we'll get some rotator stretch since we work those piriformis muscles and friends. So we're just going to casually cross one ankle over your thigh. And then you're going to link through. Take a hold behind that thigh or on top of the shin. Finding your pretzel shape here. Try to let your head rest toward the floor. As you're pulling your thighs in, gently encourage that tailbone to reach down toward the floor so you're pulling in opposition. Feeling those deep hip muscles stretching out. Send your exhales down into those places. And again, if you aren't satisfied there, you can micro shift side to side, finding other tight areas there. When you find a good spot, stay there and breathe. Good, and then we'll carefully release out of that and try the other side. So again, crossing the other ankle over the thigh, linking the hands through and either taking behind or on top of the shin. Same business here, lengthening the spine long, tail reaching down to the floor as the thighs are being guided in towards you. And again, deep breaths, maybe shifting a bit side to side, finding other tight zones. Good. And then again, bringing those knees into your chest and pausing there. So we didn't do our rolling exercises at the top of class. We're going to do them now in the mid to end part of this. Roll yourself up and find your compact ball position, holding onto those legs, shoulders dropped away from the ears again. Really pulling that belly button away from your thighs. We're creating that round shape. Stay in that shape. Pull those abs so much that that's what knocks you off balance. Inhale. Exhale. Find your brakes again. Use your low belly strength. Just pause yourself at the top. Try that again. Rocking back and rolling up. Good. One more time playing like this. Inhale, rock, and exhale. So now here's our challenge. You know me, I'm all about adding various things. We're going to roll back, and as you roll up, we're going to see if you can maybe unfurl those legs. Okay, so this is just for fun. We'll just give it a try. We rock back. Inhale. We roll up. See if you can extend. If you have to hold on to your legs, that's okay. And then bend. Try it again. Rock back. Exhale up. Maybe extend, unfold without touching. That's it. 2 more times. And contract. Rock. And roll. Unfurl. Reach. Yes. And again. Bend. Rock. And roll. Unfurl. Reach. Beautiful work. Good. Bend those knees. Open your legs apart. Find your butterfly stretch. Open up the creases of the hips. Dive forward. Stretching it out. Very, very good. Good. And roll yourself back up. All right. So today I thought we would do a little bit more intermediate work. So we're going to be on your hip. I'll show you versions A, B, C. Okay, we're going to only do this 3 times. So if you need to stick with the basic level, perfect. I'll show you the next level and then the next. So we're going to come down onto one elbow. Okay, my knees are just bent here, and my shoulder's right over my elbow here, trying to be as flat to the front as I can. You may need this hand here. It might actually be better if you have this arm. We're going to lift and scoop. But my goal is to press down out of the shoulder and lift my hip up off the floor. So I'm kind of in a little side plank. Let's give this a try. Inhale. First of all, make sure you press out of that shoulder, zip up your abdominals, and lift your hips up off the floor. Reach long with this arm. Feel that shoulder work, feel the lat work, the obliques, and then lower back down. Okay, so if that was no problem, try extending your legs. I'm taking my top leg behind the bottom leg, so I'm scissored, and I'm resting on the edges of my parallel legs. We'll try the same thing. Again, strength through that shoulder. Exhale, lift and press. Find your body in that side plank. Good. Take a breath and exhale, lower back down. Good. Okay, if you want to step it up one more level, we go into our day at the beach position. So I'm on my hand. This is going to require a lot more upper body strength. Now we're going to be balancing on one arm and just the soles of our feet. So we stay here. Inhale, press out of the shoulder, press and lift, stretch the legs, and see if you can now go into a rainbow side bend. Really strong through that support side. Inhale and exhale, slowly lowering down. So those are 3 different variations to find that side plank. Let's bend our knees together and take our mermaid now to stretch these muscles out. So you're here, reaching this long arm up by your ear, reach, and then side bending toward your feet, up and over. Feel that long body stretch all the way from the ribs down to the hip. Good. Take the hand behind the head. Inhale, look up toward the sky, feeling that spiral. And then reverse that. Scoop the belly in and fold into your seashell. And breathe here, rounding. Feel the abdominals again, pulling away from your legs toward the wall behind you. Come back to your side bend. Unfurl that arm, go farther, farthest. And then coming up, let's swoosh our legs around and do all 3 of those planks on the other side. So again, you have options. If you'd rather just go for it and go into the other variation and even things out, that's fine too. So again, shoulder right over your elbow, hips are stacked, bringing that spine nice and flat toward the front. Inhale, press out of the shoulder, lift the pelvis, and energy out to the top of the head, reaching through the fingertips. That's it. Inhale, slowly coming down, no collapsing in Pilates, no crying in baseball. Try that with either what you just did or extending the legs into your scissored position. Top leg is behind. Pelvis is still square to the front. Inhale. Exhale. Press out of that shoulder. Lift the hips. And find that balance. One long line. Good. Inhale. And exhale, lower it down. Very good. Stick with that, or try a little bit more advanced into your day at the beach position. Top foot crossed over your bottom. That's it. Inhale. Exhale. Press down on that arm. Shoulder right over the hand. Let your head spill. Looking upside down at the world. Lift the pelvis higher. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly bend the knees. Good work, everybody. Nice. Sweep those legs into your mermaid position. Sitting on that one hip. Reaching this arm up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Enjoy that stretch. Opening up that stretch through the obliques, through the waistline, through the lats, hand behind the head, looking up at the ceiling. And exhale, fold in the middle, contract, and twist. Elbow toward your knee. Breathing there. Good. Coming back to your side bend. Unfurl that arm, reach, reach, reach even farther. Well done. Exhale, recover. Good. So let's come back to our hands and knees again. And come up to a kneeling position. So you're all the way vertical up on top of those knees. Hip bone headlights pointing straight ahead. Try not to break in the hips, but feel really long, stretched up. Pull up through your bootstraps, through your pantyhose here in the front. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll down to the top of the head, folding up the waistline. Trying not to let your hips go back. So just find that candy cane, that fold at the waistline. Then there's a point where you can't go any farther. You have to shift your hips. Find your hands to the floor and walk your hands out. We're going to take puppy pose. So you're just opening, shining your sit bones out behind you and stretching through the chest and the shoulders. You can open those hands, shine your jazz hands out in front of yourself. Feel that stretch all the way through the arms, through the ribs. And then again, curl through your cat back, bring your hands to the floor, walk yourself back up, bringing your tailbone toward your nose, and try as much as you can to bring that pelvis vertical as you unfurl. Some surprising abdominal work there. Let's try that again. Inhale, exhale. Keep your hip bone headlight shining as forward as far as long as you can, rolling forward. And then you have to change your hips. Find your hands to the floor, walk yourself out. And again, whatever degree of stretch feels good for you. But opening, reaching your chest toward the floor, stretching the palms, stretching out. And then contract, round through that cat back. Look towards your tummy. Roll yourself up. Bring those hip bones forward. Hamstring work to bring yourself back up. Woo. Okay, bring one thigh out in front of yourself. And let's go into our hip flexor stretches here. Pressing the pelvis forward. Again, be sure to make a nice right angle, knee right over your heel. Open your posture so you're not hunching. Good. For today's stretch, we'll take a little inner thigh stretch where this leg is going to rotate, turn it open, and then maybe bring your hands in for the inside. Maybe lower your torso a little bit more, feeling that deep stretch through the hip flexors here and maybe inner thigh of this leg that's in front. Breathing there. Carefully help that leg come back to parallel and then press your weight backward. Flex that front foot and just yearn your chest forward toward that shin. Feeling that calf stretch. Maybe some more hamstring stretch too. And then carefully unwind out of that. Help the other leg out. And we'll do the other side. Wriggle that foot forward. Press the pelvis forward. Find that nice lunge line. Pressing the pelvis forward, opening the stretch through those hip flexors in the back leg. Long posture, shoulders away from the ears. Try to find your deep breaths. And again, you can either stay there or rotate that thigh open and see if you can get a little more stretch there. Good. One more deep breath. Help that leg back to parallel. And then press your pelvis backward. Open that stretch, flexing that front foot, reaching the chest forward. Good. And then again, coming back. We'll come up to our knees. I'm going to face you this way so you can see me. Maybe you can see me. So long again through the fronts of the hips. Reach the arms out to the side. Extend one leg out. So I'm balancing on that side edge of the foot. And we're just going to tip ourselves over so we feel another side stretch. Reaching up and over. Breathing here. Pelvis forward. Feeling that whole top line of the body stretching out. Inhale. Reach the arm up. Exhale. Bring your whole body up. And exchange other side. Opening that other leg out. You can just rest on that sole of the foot. And tip yourself over. Find your hand on the floor. And then long diagonal. Reach for that top arm to open up after all those side planks. Feeling that openness through the front of this hip as you breathe. Good. Inhale up to the ceiling. And exhale. The waistline helps you back up. Bring yourself back evenly to both knees. And we'll just take 2 deep breaths. Sweep the arms. Inhale, lift. And exhale, open. And one more time. Sweeping up. Inhale, reach. And exhale. All right. Well done, everybody. Have a beautiful Sunday. Be safe out there. No super spreading. Bye-bye.